Hey guys, I'm Matt Baker. I'm an amateur competitive shooter and I live here in Lugoff, South Carolina. I'm here today at Sand Hill Shooting Sports. It's a beautiful facility that's right outside of Lugoff, and I wanted to talk to you about my Leadstar PCC rifle. I started shooting 3-gun about 2 years ago, and shortly after getting started I realized that I really needed some help in my offhand rifle. So I went out and I bought myself a very inexpensive pistol caliber carbine. The pistol caliber carbines are fun. They don't get hot, they hold lots of ammo, they're a great training tool. My offhand rifle got a lot better. Then I started hearing about these outlaw PCC matches and went to a couple, shot them, really enjoyed myself. Started shooting a little USPSA in the PCC division, and I realized I needed to up my game as far as my equipment. And I've been following Leadstar since they came out, and I decided that was the way that I wanted to go. They're a great company, they're veteran owned, they're about 150, 200 miles away in Summerville, South Carolina. So I contacted a buddy of mine, Donnie Flo, at Stage Zero Shooting Supply, StageZeroShooting.com, and we spec'd one out, kind of told him what I wanted, he kind of told me what I needed, and this is what I ended up with. I've really enjoyed it. Everything about this rifle is just so precise. The feel, the fit, the finish, it's beyond my expectations. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna break the rifle down and go over a few of the components and show you why I like it so much. Okay guys, well, we got the rifle back home, we've got it broken down. Let's talk about the lower first. There are a few key things on this lower that make it different. One of the most is probably this feed ramp right here. You see right there at the front of the magazine. That feed ramp will allow this the carbine to pretty much reliably load any kind of ammo. Whether it's a flat point or a hollow point, as the bullet comes up there, it catches that feed ramp. The other is the last round bolt open. You can see right there at the end of the magazine where the follower would come up and just catch it. It lifts the bolt catch just a little bit to allow it to function reliably. This one's got a Hyperfire 24C trigger in it. I added the LaRue grip. One of the things, and I just thought about it as I was breaking the rifle down, when I first got it, literally the lower and the upper married so tight that I almost had to drive the pins out. And they've loosened up a little now that I've had it for a couple months, but just the fit, the way they fit together, it's just, you don't get any of that slop between your lower and your upper. Just, you can really tell that the precision of the machining that went into it. Now let's look at the upper. Okay, and on your upper, I went with a non-skeletonized upper, and the basic purpose for that is these PCZs, they're not like your normal ARs where they have gas tubes and they run dirty. That's just there's no way to not get them to run dirty. Some ammos are better than others, but it's a blowback system, so it's gonna run dirty. And I elected to go with the non-skeletonized upper to help keep some of that just trapped in the rifle to keep it from blowing into my face. This is the JP 9mm Supermatch barrel. It's a 1 in 10 twist. I got a JP polished bolt. It's a 3-port JP comp and a 15-inch handguard. One of the things on the handguard is they make two. One has the full Picatinny all the way down, and the other is, the one that I got is without. And I mean, I'm not running a lot of accessories on my rifle, so it just kind of makes it smooth when I thumb over the top. Just kind of gives it a little bit better feel for me. Some guys may like the other, it's give or take. It's a BCM charging handle, and I went with the H1 aim point and the high LaRue mount. So let's put the rifle back together, and I'm gonna take another couple shots of it and and see what it looks like. Okay, well there she is, all back together. You know, I know I talk about how well the rifle's fitted, how well it feels in your hand, how quick it is on point. One thing I don't think I really mentioned a whole lot is just how good looking this rifle is. I mean, if rifles can be sexy, it's definitely sexy. I mean, I get a lot of compliments on it. I mean, everybody that sees it wants to hold it and shoot it, and I just don't think I've said a whole lot about that so far, but that's one of the things about it, is it's one good looking piece of hardware. But let's go take it and shoot it some more. Guys, I'm sure you can tell that I'm very excited about the Leadstar 9mm carbine. The feel, the fit, the finish, everything about this rifle is just so exact. Let's see how it does a little downrange. Okay guys, so here's what we got. Looks like about 2 1/4 inch group. Point of aim was up here. Looks like I had a little bit of drift over to the right. It could be the fact that I'm sighted in at 25 yards. But for a 9mm carbine, to produce a 2 1/4 inch group at 90, 100 yards, somewhere in that ballpark, that really says a lot about it. I mean, it's just, this rifle's not supposed to be able to do this. A 9mm, by the time it gets out to that distance, with the little bit of wind that we've got today, I mean, it's starting to lose some stability. And it just says a lot about the way the rifle's built, the fit, the finish. I mean, I say it over and over, but it's just very, very, very exciting. And the best thing about the Leadstar pistol caliber carbines is just how fun they are. You get yourself a 57 round magazine, a little reactive steel, a second mortgage worth of ammo, and just go at it.